The world watched in horror as the saga of the Titan submersible unfolded in June 2023. On June 18, 2023, the Titan, a small submersible operated by OceanGate Expeditions, suffered a catastrophic implosion during its descent to the Titanic's resting place, claiming the lives of all 5 souls on board. This tragedy sent shockwaves throughout the world, raising questions about the safety of such extreme tourism ventures and the responsibility of companies like OceanGate. The Titan disaster served as a stark warning, a reminder of the immense power of the ocean and the crucial importance of meticulous engineering and rigorous safety protocols. The loss of the Titan and its crew serves as a tragic lesson, a reminder that the pursuit of adventure must never come at the cost of safety. The implosion of the Titan submersible tragically cut short the lives of 5 individuals, each with their own unique stories and passions. Among the victims was Stockton Rush, the CEO of OceanGate, the company responsible for the Titan. Rush, a passionate explorer, was dedicated to making the wonders of the deep ocean accessible. Alongside Rush were Shahzada Dawood, a prominent Pakistani businessman, and his son Suleiman Dawood, who shared his father's adventurous spirit. Hamish Harding, a British billionaire adventurer, was no stranger to pushing the boundaries of exploration. Harding held multiple world records for various extreme feats, demonstrating his unquenchable thirst for adventure. Finally, Paul-Henri Nargeolet, a renowned French maritime expert and veteran Titanic explorer, was a seasoned aquanaut with a deep understanding of the wreck and its historical significance. The tragic timeline of the Titan submersible disaster unfolded over several days, each hour marked by growing concern as communication with the vessel was lost. The initial excitement of the mission quickly turned into a nightmare. The submersible commenced its descent at 8:00 a.m. on June 18, 2023, with the crew hopeful and the weather conditions favorable. Beginning its journey towards the Titanic's resting place, a site of historical significance and mystery. However, just 1 hour and 45 minutes into the dive, at 9:45 a.m., something went terribly wrong. Communication with the Titan was abruptly cut off, leaving the control room in a state of confusion and alarm. As the hours ticked by and the Titan failed to resurface at its scheduled time of 3:00 p.m., anxiety began to mount. The families of the crew members were notified, and the world watched with bated breath. The gravity of the situation became increasingly clear, and the urgency of the rescue efforts intensified. At 5:40 p.m., the United States Coast Guard was officially notified of the missing submersible, mobilizing all available resources. This triggered a desperate search and rescue operation with ships, helicopters, and underwater robots scouring the area. Finally, on June 22nd, debris from the Titan was discovered on the ocean floor approximately 500 meters from the bow of the Titanic wreck, confirming the worst fears. The discovery of the debris confirmed the devastating truth. The Titan had suffered a catastrophic implosion. The implosion instantly killed all 5 people on board, leaving a somber reminder of the perils of deep-sea exploration. The investigation into the implosion of the Titan submersible focused on determining the precise mechanism of the structural failure. Experts meticulously analyzed the recovered debris, seeking clues that would shed light on the chain of events. The inquiry revealed that the implosion was not a result of a single point of failure, but rather a confluence of factors that compromised the structural integrity of the submersible's hull. A critical flaw lay in the design of the hull itself. Unlike most deep-sea submersibles, which utilize a spherical shape to distribute pressure evenly, the Titan featured a cylindrical design. Furthermore, the choice of material for the hull raised concerns among experts. The Titan's hull was constructed from a combination of carbon fiber and titanium, an unusual choice for deep-sea applications. Section 5. A litany of errors, design flaws, and safety oversights. The investigation into the Titan submersible disaster unveiled a troubling series of design flaws and safety oversights. These issues were not just minor technicalities, but fundamental problems that compromised the safety of the entire operation. One of the most glaring issues was the lack of independent certification for the submersible. This absence of certification raised serious questions about the vessel's overall safety and reliability. OceanGate opted not to pursue certification from established organizations, citing a stifling of innovation and a lengthy certification process. They believed that bypassing these steps would allow for more rapid development and deployment. This decision meant that the Titan was not subjected to the rigorous safety standards and independent scrutiny that are standard practice in the submersible industry. Without these checks, the vessel's safety could not be guaranteed. Experts criticized this decision, arguing that independent certification is crucial for ensuring the safety of any vehicle designed to operate in such extreme environments. They emphasized that cutting corners in safety protocols can lead to catastrophic outcomes. Additionally, the investigation revealed that the Titan's viewport was only certified for depths of up to 1,300 meters, significantly less than the 800-meter depth of the Titanic wreck. This discrepancy posed a severe risk to the mission and its crew. Section 6. Warnings unheeded, a chorus of concern ignored. In the aftermath of the Titan disaster, a chorus of voices emerged, revealing a deeply troubling pattern of ignored warnings and dismissed concerns. Former employees, industry experts, and even passengers who had previously dived in the Titan had voiced their apprehension about the vessel's design and construction. One of the most prominent voices was David Lockridge, OceanGate's former director of marine operations. Lockridge was fired by the company in 2018 after raising serious concerns about the Titan's safety, particularly regarding the carbon fiber hull and the lack of proper testing protocols. His warnings, detailed in a scathing report, were largely ignored by OceanGate. Several industry experts had expressed their concerns about the Titan's unconventional design and the lack of independent certification, questioning the wisdom of deviating from established safety standards. Section 7. A culture of complacency, OceanGate's fatal flaws. The Titan submersible disaster exposed a deeply troubling culture within OceanGate, marked by a dangerous combination of complacency and a disregard for industry norms. This culture, fostered by the company's leadership, created an environment where warnings were ignored and concerns were dismissed. Central to this culture was Stockton Rush, OceanGate's CEO and the driving force behind the Titan project. Rush, while passionate about ocean exploration, displayed a cavalier attitude towards safety, often dismissing established industry practices as overly cautious. He believed that innovation required pushing boundaries and challenging conventional wisdom, even when those boundaries were in place to protect human life. This disregard for established norms was evident in OceanGate's decision to forego independent certification for the Titan. Section 8. Final transmissions, the last moments of the Titan. The final communications received from the Titan submersible paint a haunting picture of the moments leading up to its tragic implosion. These transmissions, filled with routine updates, would soon become the last known words from the crew. At 10:14 a.m., approximately 2 hours into the dive, the Titan sent a routine communication to its surface vessel, the Polar Prince, indicating that all systems were functioning normally. The crew on the Polar Prince received this message with relief, unaware of the impending disaster. This message, seemingly innocuous at the time, would be the last indication that the crew was alive and well. It was a standard check-in, a brief moment of reassurance in the deep, dark ocean. Just over half an hour later, at 10:47 a.m., the Titan sent another communication, this time reporting that they were beginning the process of dropping weights to slow their descent. This was a critical maneuver aimed at ensuring the submersible's safe navigation through the depths. However, shortly after this transmission, all contact with the Titan was lost. The sudden silence was alarming, as the submersible had been sending regular updates without fail. The submersible, which had been sending regular pings to the surface every 15 minutes, fell silent, leaving the crew of the Polar Prince with a chilling silence. The once routine pings were now replaced by an eerie void, signaling that something had gone terribly wrong. Section 9. Justice and Reform, the aftermath of the tragedy. The tragic implosion of the Titan submersible sent shockwaves throughout the world, prompting calls for justice for the victims and a comprehensive overhaul of the regulations governing submersible operations. The families of those lost in the disaster have initiated legal proceedings against OceanGate, alleging negligence and wrongful death. These lawsuits, seeking accountability and compensation for their devastating losses, are expected to be lengthy and complex. Beyond the legal battles, the Titan disaster has spurred a much-needed conversation about the safety regulations governing submersible operations. The International Maritime Organization has faced mounting pressure to develop comprehensive international safety standards for submersibles, ensuring that all vessels meet stringent safety requirements.